Hello guys, welcome to Spice and Vibes. Thank you very much for your comments. Thank you very much for your subscription. Thank you for sharing our videos. I'm not taking this for granted at all. So today I'm going to be starting a new series called Comment Session. We're going to be watching some viral videos on social media, Twitter or X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube or what have you. And then we are going to be focusing on the comment section. We're going to be reading comments from people, funny, hilarious, banters, whatever it is that is coming out of the comment section. And we here are going to be reacting to it for the fun of it. And we hope you enjoy it. So stay tuned. Thank you very much. Okay, so here's a video of a 33-year-old woman with 7 children who wants love. So let's just go straight into the video and then we begin to see the comments in the comment section.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of children, personal reaction before I make a statement? Same father, yes, they do. Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, so this is a mom. We're talking about sex. Okay, this is no offense to you. It's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on one person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you. You have to be a mother and you have to take care of most of the majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own. Now, that is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids. But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
Okay, so having seen the video now, before we move to the comments, I want to quickly say this, as my own comment to that video. It's just well, things happen, we are all in this world, and nobody plans for things that are not really convenient. But once you find yourself in a situation, you need to be able to ask yourself a question. Once I take my action, am I willing to bear the consequences? Because when it happens that you have been with a man for, I don't know the number of years, and you have 7 children already, and for whatever reason, you guys have to part ways, then you should be willing to bear the consequences. I personally don't think that it is the responsibility of your new lover to, take care of the entire children and say, oh, they are his children now, then he should take full responsibility over them. It is the responsibility of the father of the children. It is not even a matter of whether the man is rich or not, or whether the man is willing to do it or not, or whether the man loves you or not. It is not a question of love. The man can love you wholeheartedly, 100%, and still feel like these are your children, and if I want to take any responsibility over them, that should be my decision. And you should see it from a perspective of privilege rather than from the perspective of entitlement. So it is not the responsibility of the man. That has to be settled. It is not his responsibility. They are not his children. They can be his children, stepchildren, so to speak, and you should feel privileged if he chooses to take care of them. But don't see it as his responsibility. It is the responsibility of the father of the children to take care of his children. It is both of you who have issues and you, for reasons best known to you guys, you are parting ways. But whatever issues you have should not affect his relationship with his children, should not affect his responsibility over his children. So that's just my own take on that. So let's go straight to the comments. The first comment here says, if she has patience to go through whatever she went through with her ex to get 7 children, I would say she is tough enough to raise those kids by herself. In fact, a man is coming into her life. In fact, if a man is coming into her life, especially one who is inexperienced with kids, she should just add that man to make her child 8. Well, that's really serious. Well, okay. The next says, this guy have the answer, but he dare not share it with anyone. Only if she can look through his face, she will find the answer she is looking for. And let's just see that. And this right here is funny, guys. Okay. The next comment says, 33 years old with 7 kids and still looking for another man to marry until you born first 11. And that's hilarious. Okay, she took go into the world and multiply so seriously. And yeah, the biblical go into the world and multiply. Actually, let me react to that particular comment. It's not bad to have like 7 children if that is what you want to have. It's your decision to make. It's your call to make. And if you can take good care of them, why not? My mother had 7 children, and that's not bad if it is your call to make, and you can take good care of them. And for this woman who also has 7 children, I personally don't think the problem is having 7 children. I don't even see any problem there at all. But the only thing I want, or that I would suggest, is that she should be willing, to sacrifice a lot for the children. Okay, so that's just my own take. This one, Laudo, 7 kids. The next one, you have to find a man that can take care of you and the 7 children. Waiting man, do God, exactly. And that's just serious, because men go through a lot. She should better reconcile with the father, because how will you have 7 kids for one man and you are looking for another man to marry and put such burden on him? And that's just the truth, how would you have 7 kids with one man and you leave that man you have 7 kids, for, and you're looking for another man to take full responsibility over someone else's kids? So I don't think that's logical. In a way, if we want to think about life generally, because things happen in life, you can even be complicit in one way. It could be a conspiracy that you and your so-called ex are trying to put your burden on someone else. I'm not saying that's the situation here, but I'm only saying, looking at things on a general note, issues like that can arise. So if you don't want that kind of assumption or that kind of perception, then you should follow the natural route of knowing whose responsibility it is to take care of the kids, and then you align that responsibility with the person, not trying to lift one person's responsibility and put it on another person. Another comment says, how do they get all these jokes? Actually, it's no jokes at all. Things happen in life, like I said, and we can't blame whoever it happens to, because that is not what they also wish for their own lives. They also want a good life, but when things happen, we deal with them. The next comment says, she didn't even advise her to get a job that can take care of 7 children. She is asking her to find a man that can take care of her 7 children. why are people this wicked? And now my take on this comment is that, yeah, we talk about feminism, we talk about what a man can do, a woman can do better. We talk about, women, gender equality and all that, and that comes to play here. I don't know why the focus has to be on the innocent man that we don't even know yet. The innocent man, that is coming, probably had never gotten married in his entire life, probably doesn't even want to have any kid, and is just an innocent man who is in love with a mother of 7. And then the next thought is how he can inherit, the responsibilities of those children, or the responsibilities of, a couple who are not together, who didn't find it well with each other. I think, like I said earlier, we should know how to align responsibilities with the person, with the owner of such responsibility. Because if you have taken an action, expect the consequences. Do not expect someone to bear the consequences on your behalf. So the discussion, the conversation here should be, how can this woman get a good job, to be an independent woman? So whilst doing that, whilst taking care of our own children and looking for love, if she happens to now find a man who is willing to take care of the children, she should consider herself lucky. She should consider herself privileged. That man is coming to benefit her life. She shouldn't see it as an entitlement to feel like, okay, when this man comes, it is his, duty to do this. What if the man wants to have his own children? Maybe he has another 3 children or 4 children. You can't, it's not just something to put on the man. And that is why I wouldn't say wicked though, but then it's that decision or that presumption or, preparation. It's in itself irresponsible. I'm very sorry to say that, but then that's just the way I view it. I consider that as an irresponsible, plan to say, okay, once I find true love, my definition of true love is the man that will take over the responsibility of the children. No, the man can love you, love the children, and not have the capacity or even the willingness to take care of the children, because the question, like I said, the question is not if he has the capacity or not. The question is it his responsibility? Okay, so if it's not his responsibility and he chooses to do that, you should consider that as a help coming from a loved one. So it's not like, oh, you should have done that in the first place. No, the father of the children is the one who has that responsibility over the children. Okay, I will read 2 more, comments. This one says, everyone should calm down. There is someone for everyone. You will find a man God destined for her. Amen. The last comment from here. Any man meeting her at this point wants to rock that fine body of ours. It's not for love, and when he's done with her body, it will move. She should focus on her 7 children if you can't sort things out with her husband, because how did you go from 1 to 7 and now you can't stay, and now you can't stay with him at 33? Sis, that's your soulmate. Okay, well, that's it. I think it's easier. Well, I'm not in her shoes. I don't know what's happening in that relationship, but I think it is. Don't let me say it's easier. Let me say it's more advisable to mend whatever issue she's having with her ex, the father of those children. It's more advisable for her to deal with that situation and work things out with him rather than start looking for someone else. No. And this is how I see it. It's like you getting injured. I see it. It's like you getting injured in one leg or on one leg. And then you feel like the solution to healing on that leg is getting injured on another leg. So it's not logical as far as I am concerned, because already you have 7 children, and I can only imagine the psychological, challenges the woman must be going through, the emotional, turmoil or challenges she must be going through. And then in trying to calm down those emotional, psychological issues, you are inheriting another one from another new man, because there will be the issue of, are you willing to take my children or not? There will be the issue of, do you love my children the same way you love me? There will be the issue of, a lot of things. So it's like you're adding another issue to the existing, another problem to the existing problem. So that doesn't solve anything. That's why I said I think it would be more advisable that she either, make peace with the father of the children, or she decides to take the full responsibility over those children. And if she now finds a man willing to help, then so be it. So on this note, I'm going to say thank you for staying with me so far. And next time we are going to be considering another video or chat. But the most important thing, like I said, are the comments on social media comments, trendy and viral social media comments that we can go through just for the fun of it. Thank you. Peace out.